W.O.N. YouTube Networks is now on Facebook. Check it out.
For the Metropolis Expos, it's been a spectacular start to the 2018 season. With their return to Major League Baseball came some new stars and some legendary ones. Today, they open up their home schedule against the NL East division rival New York Mets. It's the Expos and the Mets coming up next on W.O.N. Sports. Coming to you from Nationals Park in Metropolis, New York, W.O.N. Sports presents Metropolis Expos Baseball. It's the 2018 home opener and the return of baseball for the Expos. As today, the Metropolis Expos take on the New York Mets in Game 1 of a 3-game series. It's a beautiful day for baseball here in Metropolis' very own Nationals Park. As we take a look at the stats of last year's rank for the team when they were the Washington Nationals, they were 6th overall in ERA, 5th in saves, 8th in walks allowed, and 8th in home runs allowed. In what was another season where they made the playoffs, but again, didn't advance far. Don Sutton will be on the mound for the Expos, and his counterpart for the New York Mets, Jacob deGrom, will also be on the mound. It's the Expos and the Mets, home opener 2018, next, right here on W.O.N. Sports. Stay with us. Today's Expos game on W.O.N. Channel 9 is brought to you by the New Jersey Bell and by the Money Store.
I'm Paul Joya, Chairman of the State Public Service Commission. A new area code, 718, is being introduced to meet the growing demand for telephone numbers in New York City. The 718 area code includes Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Manhattan and the Bronx remain 212. For calls within your area code, you dial as usual. When calling between area codes, dial 1, the area code, and the number. There is no extra charge for these calls. The new 718 area code will ensure the telephone service we need for a growing New York.
Okay now, Christy, give me your smoker. Gee, Christy, glad I didn't call for that knuckleball.
Welcome back to Metropolis' very own Nationals Park here in Metropolis, where the Metropolis Expos are getting set to take on the New York Mets. A beautiful day for baseball, and here come the Metropolis Expos, your 2018 club. Take a look at what's going on for both squads. Let's kick it off with the starting pitchers. It'll be Jacob deGrom, who will be on the mound for the New York Mets, and for the Expos, Hall of Famer Don Sutton. Take a look at the Mets 1 through 9 batting lineup. And it looks a little bit like this. You have Jose Reyes, followed by Cabrera, Conforto, Cespedes, Bruce, Frazier, Egon, d'Arnaud, and deGrom. On the mound for the Expos, as we told you, is Hall of Famer Don Sutton. So far this season, he's 1-0. He's been in one start, shutout his last time out, went all the way, surrendered 5 hits, no runs at all, 2 walks he surrendered, and delivered 13 strikeouts. The Expos come into this afternoon's game undefeated, folks, undefeated 6-0, while the Mets come into today's game with a record of 2-4. The defense for the Expos looks like this. In the outfield, you have Dawson, Guerrero, and Harper. The infield is Murphy, Stargell, Smith, and Brett. And catching the balls and strikes, Hall of Famer Gary Carter. So a mix of all-stars and a mix of legends here for the 2018 Expos. A good crowd on hand, a sold-out crowd on hand here in Nationals Park in Metropolis, And here is Jose Reyes hitting a .286 with no home runs and 4 runs batted in. Sudden is set, and so are we. First pitch of the ball game is fouled away, strike one, and we are underway. Boy, those Expos home uniforms look pretty good, don't they, folks? A 1 pitch, fouled away again, and now it's 0-2. Sudden set at the bat again. 0-2 delivery. That's too high, 1-2. A beautiful day for baseball. 54 degrees, clear skies, wind blowing a little bit, 7 miles an hour. The 1-2 to Reyes. Strike 3 right down the pipe. And Reyes knew it. 1 down to begin the ball game.
Batting second.
Where was this pitch? Let's check it out.
As
Drubal Cabrera slowly walks into the home plate. That is a nasty fastball right down the middle. And Reyes knew he got caught. So here's Cabrera. We'll tell you his stats in a moment, early going. He fouls the first pitch away, 0-1. Cabrera hitting at .045, a slow start so far to this campaign. No home runs, no RBIs, no stolen bases, no nothing. Just a couple of hits here and there. The 0-1 underway. Fouled away again, 0-2. This is the first of 2 games we're bringing to here on W.O.N. Sports. Later this afternoon, it'll be the White Sox and the Tigers, a baseball night in America. Gamecast as Cabrera strikes out swinging, and it's quickly 2 down. It'll be the New York White Sox and the Detroit Tigers, the home opener from the old Yankee Stadium. That's a baseball night in America Gamecast, so bringing it to you right after this ball game. Michael Conforto, the batter, average at .333 with 1 home run and a couple of runs batting in. 2 outs here in the top of the first, just underway here in the home opener. There's a fly ball, but foul down the right side out of play. The pitch. Strike taken, 0-2. A sudden ahead of a batter, 0-2 once again. The pitch. Fouled away right side, and we'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes to Michael Conforto. This time to set up. On the outside, and it works. It catches the corner. Strike 3 call. Conforto does not agree. Side retired. Sudden strikes out the side. Nil to first. Scoreless with the Expos coming to bat. Here's the Expos 1 through 9 lineup, and it's pretty strong when you look at it. You got Smith, Murphy, Harper, Stargell, Brett, Guerrero, Dawson, Carter, and Sudden. And on the mound for the New York Mets is Jacob deGrom. So far this year, he's an 0-1 with an ERA of 4.06. 5.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, and a whip of 1.88. 4 walks he surrendered, 5 strikeouts he's delivered. He's short-haired, Jacob deGrom, I should say. Decided to cut off his famous locks during the offseason. The defense for the Mets looks like this. In the outfield, you have Cespedes, Conforto, and Bruce. The infield is Reyes, Frazier, Cabrera, and Egon. And catching the balls and strikes is Travis d'Arnaud. So we are scoreless as we head into the bottom of the first here in the Expos home opener in Nationals Park. And leading off is Ozzie Smith, hitting at .393 with no home runs and 4 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting left-handed here today.
Ozzie Smith.
So deGrom is all set, getting the sign from Travis. And here's the first pitch of the bottom of the first. Up the middle, off of deGrom's leg. To Frazier, and they get the out. Now we got to see if Jacob's okay.
Batting second.
Scored at a 1-6-3, and he is limping pretty badly. But he seems to be okay. Boy, he really took a ribbing there, folks. Boy, in the early going of the season, we have seen a lot of comebackers off the pitchers. And here's the former Met, Daniel Murphy, stepping in. .419 average, with 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in. The former second baseman for the Mets, former Brooklyn Cyclone as well, at the plate. Takes it outside, 1-0. So we're going to keep an eye on DeGrom to see if that hit on the leg will affect him throughout the game. 1 ball, no strikes on Murphy. And the pitch. That's a high fastball, and Murphy was swinging for the ups there, 1-1. We are umpiring crew. Hisdale's calling the balls and strikes. Jansen at first, Fillmore at second, and Valentine at third. 1-1 is the count. And the pitch. Off the middle, again off of DeGrom, and past the dive of Cabrera into right center. There's your first hit of the ball game. Well, that is the second time that DeGrom has been nearly hit with the ball. The first time he was hit, but this time he was nearly hit. He had to get out the way of that one. So the batter now is Bryce Harper. Average over 400, 3 home runs, a couple of runs batted in. He had himself a whale of a series against Atlanta. As you saw yesterday here on Channel 9, he hit 2 home runs. And the last one he hit proved to be the game winner. Man's at first, nobody out. The infield is in, the outfield, 1 out, and the infield is in and the outfield's normal. There's 1 out in the inning. The pitch to Bryce is lined to deep right field. That's going to be extra bases, and Murphy will easily scoot into third as Harper easily scoots into second. He's got himself a 1-out double. Runners at second and third, and 1 down for the Expos.
Batting fourth, first baseman, Willie.
And the batter will be now Willie Stargell. Ryan Zimmerman getting the day off. Stargell ending at 389 with no home runs and 1 run batted in. Ryan Zimmerman getting the day off after a productive day yesterday. Willie fouls it back, strike 1. Willie obviously playing with the New York White Sox for all these years. Sox selected to move on thanks to Frank Thomas added to the game, and now he's with the Metropolis Expos. The 0-1 to Stargell, swing and a miss, 0-2. He's in the cleanup spot today, so you know he wants to try to deliver and make a good impression. His average is up there, but the power number is so far low, but it's early going. DeGrom is set. The 0-2 to Willie is a high fly ball deep into center. Back is Cespedes on the warning track. He will come in and make the catch. Tagging is Murphy. Tagging is Harper. Both advancing. Both for safe. Expos lead 1-0. RBI sacrifice fly for Stargell. He gets the job done.
Baseman, George Brett.
So now bring up George Brett, the third baseman. He's hitting at 323 with 2 home runs and 6 runs batted in. Runner at third, 2 outs, and runners in on the sacrifice fly, the long fly ball by Willie. The pitch by DeGrom. There's a high drive deep in the right center, kissing goodbye. So long, farewell. 2-run homer for George Brett and the Expos. Now extend their lead at 3-0. Man, oh man, did he crush that one. It would have been nice to have seen it land, but the game is going to show the player running from home after he hit the home run. If that's going to be the game is going to look like, I'm not too happy about it, but you know what? We have a chance to show you where it lands now in real speed. This ball was destroyed in the right center, into the lower deck and right. Here it is again in slow motion. That is a meatball pitch to straightaway right center, and Brett is on with a 2-run shot. And here's Vladimir Guerrero, another legend added to this club and to this game. He hits one high and deep to right center field. Cespedes going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Side retired. But the Expos scored 3 runs. 2 of them off the bat of George Brett. End of 1. Expos 3. Mets nothing. Well, here's Yoenis Cespedes, who's having a slow start to this year. His average at 183. His slugging percentage is a little bit high. but his average still subpar. 3-0 Expos here in the top of the second. There's a foul ball, strike one. He missed it too. He knows it. Sudden ahead, 0-1. There's a base hit into right field. Your first hit of the ball game. Bryce Harper throws the first, but nobody covering first. Good bullet arm by Harper there. As Cespedes gets on with the next first hit of the ball game.
Jay Bruce.
Jay Bruce now the batter. The infield is in, the outfield's normal. There's a strike, 0-1. He don't like that call. He's mumbling to the umpire about that call. 0-1 is the count. The pitch by Sutton. Strike again, 0-2. 0-2 delivery. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Expos 3, Mets nothing. If you just joined us, is the Metropolis Expos home opener here in Nationals Park in Metropolis. The 0-2 again. Swung on him as he struck him out. That is strikeout number 4 for Don Sutton.
Batting sixth.
Take a look at this on replay.
Todd Frazier.
That's gasoline pitch as Todd Frazier, a brand new Met, is now at the plate. Frazier hitting a .278 with 2 home runs and 3 runs batted in. Was signed because, well, the Mets need a third baseman with the future of David Wright in doubt. Very sad about David Wright. Foul ball, strike one. Another foul ball, 0-2. The pitch on the way. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Good battle now. And early going between Sutton and Frazier. The pitch coming again, and did he go around the appeal? He did not. And the count is now 1-2. The pitch. Fouled away again. One, two again. Strike three. Here's number 5 for Sutton. Man, oh man.
First baseman number 23, Adrian Gonzalez.
And Agon will now come to the plate, hitting at .238 with no home runs and 3 runs batted in. We're just underway here, 3-0 Expos. Here's a drive deep to right, but it is a hook foul for strike one. The pitch on the way. Ground ball, this could be 2. There's 1. Actually, it won't be 2. It's the 4th out. I'm going to count them out. Give me a 5. Mill the second. Expos 3. Mets nothing. Andre Dawson will be the batter, hitting at .267 with 2 home runs and 4 runs batted in. Expos 3. Mets nothing here in the home opener at Nationals Park in Metropolis, New York. There's a hard hit ball, base hit in the right center, and Dawson leads off with a single. So the Legends part of this lineup starting to get on base. And speaking of Legends, here comes the future Hall of Famer. We always think future. The current Hall of Famer, Gary Carter, hitting at .414 with 3 home runs and 6 runs batted in. And the mascot for the Expos trying to get the crowd into it. Man's at first, nobody out. 3 runs in on the home run earlier today by George Brett. The pitch by DeGrom into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Will it pass everybody? It won't. Dawson moves into second. Carter at first. Nobody out. First and second occupied for the Expos.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Don Sutton.
And now the pitcher spot coming up, Don Sutton, with a chance to try to help himself. First and second, nobody out. DeGrom in a whole heap of trouble now, but we'll see what he'll do with Sutton here. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ozzie Smith is on deck. The infield is in, the outfield is normal. Sutton has hit well in the early season, his average at 250. Yeah, your average over 100 and you're a pitcher. You're doing something right. Hit hard to right, but right at Cabrera for the first out of the inning. So Sutton's retired, does not get the job done, so now it's up to Ozzie Smith. The infield is in,
Ozzie Smith.
and the outfield is normal. Smith had a ground out last time up back in the first inning. First and second occupied, one down. 3-0 Expos lead. DeGrom is set. And the pitch to Smith. Line fly ball, deep left field. And it'll be caught. Runners will go right back to where they are. 2 outs. Good catch by Conforto there.
Second baseman, Daniel.
So now bring up Daniel Murphy. Murphy had a base hit his last time up, came in to score on a sacrifice fly hit by Willie Stargell. Bryce Harper's on deck if this inning continues. 2-out delivery by DeGrom into left field. That's going to be a diving catch. No! Off the glove of Conforto. Everybody will stay put, and now the bases are loaded for Bryce Harper. Good effort by Conforto, but to no avail. The Expos had to hold on because, well, they were going for it. It would have been a third out, but I don't think anybody was sure if he caught it or not. He didn't. And now here's Harper. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Did he go around? He didn't, but it's still a strike as it hit the zone. So the Expos with a chance to do something really, really big. 0-1 is the count. The pitch. Swung on and belted down the right by Willie Stargell. Bryce Harper's on deck if this inning continues. 2-out delivery by DeGrom into left field. That's going to be a diving catch. No! Off the glove of Conforto. Everybody will stay put, and now the bases are loaded for Bryce Harper. Good effort by Conforto, but to no avail. The Expos had to hold on because, well, they were going for it. It would have been a third out, but I don't think anybody was sure if he caught it or not. He didn't. And now here's Harper. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Did he go around? He didn't, but it's still a strike as it hit the zone. So the Expos with a chance to do something really, really big. 0-1 is the count. The pitch. Swung on and belted down the right field line toward the corner, but foul for a long strike 2. Oh, 2. Just missed. You saw Jacob. He was in disgust after that one. And now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Harper. One and 2 is the count. DeGrom is set. The pitch. He struck him out. That's a huge out to get to end the inning. The base to the left loaded, nobody scores. At the end of 2, Expos 3, Mets nothing. Travis Darno will step in, hitting at 167 with 1 home run and 1 run batted in. Expos and Mets, home opener 2018. These two teams will face each other a ton throughout the 2018 campaign. There's a ground ball to third. It's going to be tough. Right there, and he got him for the first out of the third.
Batting ninth, pitcher.
Well, the standings pretty much cut and dry. The Expos leads by 2.5 games ahead of Miami. Miami 4-3. Of course, the Expos 6-0. As Jacob DeGrom now the batter. Pretty good batter, too, for a hitter. For a pitcher, I should say. Very good batting hitter, hitting pitcher. He didn't look good there. Strike one. Oh-1 delivery. That's fouled away. 0-2. Expos 3, Mets nothing. If you just joined us on the live stream on W.O.N. Channel 9, if you're watching us pre-recorded, we thank you as we bring you our very first Expos home game, our second one in the season. The Sox are coming up right after this game. It's the Baseball Night in America gamecast. Sox and Tigers home opener. There's a strike 3 call, and there is your second out of the inning.
Shortstop number 7, Jose Reyes.
Jose Reyes now the batter. Inside, 1-0. Delivery. Ground ball, base hit down the right field line. Jose's got speed and the ball passes Harper into right field. Jose is thinking about 3. He'll easily get there. And now he's thinking about going home. Here comes the throw by Starcher, not in time. And inside the park home run. Last the Daggers were played by Harper and Stargell. And it gets Jose to score all the way home. Here it is on replay. He was not stopping. Nonchalantness out there by the defense by both Harper and Stargell, and the fans are giving it to both of them. Here's Cabrera. There's a strike, 0-1. Cabrera struck out his last time up. It's now a 2-run ball game on the inside the park home run by Jose Reyes. Now it's 0-2.
0-2.
The pitch. Fly ball, deep right field. Back is Bryce Harper. He has no choice but to turn and look. It's gone. Back-to-back home runs. First the insider by Reyes, and now a solo shot by Cabrera, and all of a sudden it's a 3-2 ball game. And all is silent here in Nationals Park. Callaway's got to be happy with his gutsy team coming back from a 3-0 deficit to now make it a 1-run deficit. 3-2 Expos. That ball hit in the second deck. Here's Conforto. He's the potential tying run for the Mets. He'll ground one right to the shift. Murphy's got it inside retired, but the Expos fall asleep on the defense, and it costs them 2 runs, 2 homers. Bill to third. 3-2 Expos lead. Out of the game on a sacrifice fly, an RBI. Right now, in my opinion, the turning point of this game is Bryce Harper striking out with the bases loaded. Expos did not score at all in the last inning. Stargell rips one to deep center field, but Cespedes is coming in, and it falls right in front. Boy, he was playing the ball deep. That was a little looper on the newspaper scoreboard tomorrow. It's going to be marked as a line drive. It's just a floating base hit. And now here's George Breder with a 2-run homer back in the first. A big 2-run homer. Right now, that's what's holding up the Expos run lead right now. Another chopper, that falling fast to Cespedes near the wall. That's going to be out. A chopping swing, and it produces a fly ball out for the first out of the inning. So George is retired, and Vladimir Guerrero will now be the batter. Vladimir We'll tell you what he did his last at bat if we have a chance. Man's at first, the infield is in, the outfield's normal with one down. The pitch by DeGrom, swing and a miss, strike one. Look at the pine tar on that man's helmet. Gritty player. It'll be an 0-1 to Guerrero. DeGrom set. The pitch on the way. Line to right field, and he'll fall in for a hit. Runner moves to second base. First to second, one out.
Center fielder, number 10.
That ball was smoked hard to right field. And now bring up Andre Dawson. What an RBI chance here. The infield is in, the outfield's normal. 3-2, Expos lead. DeGrom set. And a one-out delivery is lined into the gap, but let's start it off, fall in. Everybody will stay put. The bases are loaded once again, this time with only one out.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Carter.
And it's up to Gary Carter, the kid himself, to try to cash in on the Expos chips. Everything on the table now, bases loaded, one down. A 1-1 lead for them, looking to add some more. The one-out delivery, down low, 1-0, to the dismay of Jacob. Carter 1 for 1 at a single his last time up back in the second inning. One ball, no strikes. DeGrom set. And the pitch coming. On the ground, base hit in the left. One run scores, 4-2, Expos lead. RBI single for Gary Carter.
A pitcher, number 20.
And now it's a 2-run lead for Metropolis. As they take a look at that chopper down the left side into left field. It was only going to score 1 run. You don't want to take a chance on Conforto's arm or Cespedes' arm or even Bruce's arm. So now here's Don Sutton with the bases loaded and one down. Swing and a miss, strike one. Sutton lined out his last time up to second to Cabrera in right field. The infield is in for a potential double play. The outfield is normal. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And DeGrom ahead of Donnie. No balls and 2 strikes. Expos crowd trying to get into it here. Pulling for Sutton to cash in his chips. The 0-2. He hits it on the ground, double play ball. Cabrera to Reyes to the first baseman's Agon, I should say, and his side is retired. The Expos get 1 run on a couple of hits, leave a couple of men on base. At the end of 3, Expos 4, Mets 2. Yoenis Cespedes is the batter. He's 1 for 1 here today. Singled back in the second inning. Expos get 1 run in the last inning, but again cannot cash in on the big inning. 0-1 on the foul ball. That's hit high in the air to left. Can of corn for Guerrero. Who's under this one, will make the catch for the first out of the 4th inning. Expos 4, Mets 2. Yours truly, John Therios. Glad you could join us for our second Metropolis Expos baseball game cast, powered by MLB The Show 18. Jay Bruce, the batter now. And the pitch coming. There's a strike, 0-1. Tight contest between these two NL East rivals. The echoes of yesteryear coming back to both teams here on the field. Here's an 0-2 call. No balls, 2 strikes. Line but foul. Third base side will do it again. Oh, 2 delivery to Bruce. Again, another foul ball. And it's running up Sutton's pitch count. As you see on the top of your screen, he's up to 42 pitches, and we're not even in the 5th inning. Again, the 0-2, another foul ball. They set up again. The 0-2. Bruce takes strike 3 call. Another K for Sutton here this afternoon, and there's 2 down.
Next for the Mets, third baseman, Todd Frazier.
Yeah, I'll bring up Todd Frazier. 2 outs, bases empty. 4-2 Expos lead. Foul ball, strike 1. Nothing in 1 is the count. The pitch. Ground ball right to the shortstop, Ozzie, who somehow in some way got it. Side retired. Middle of the 4th, Expos 4, Mets 2.
Leading off for the Nationals
Ozzie
here in
Smith
the
now
4th.
the batter. He flew out his last time up.
Ozzie Smith.
4-2 Expos lead here in the start of the bottom of the 4th inning. The ground back on the mound and back to work. There's a chopper to the second baseman, Cabrera. 1 pitch, 1 out. Tough start for Ozzie in the beginning of the season so far. Daniel Murphy now comes up, but he hopes to get off the schneid very soon. Murphy, a so far so good kind of day. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. DeGrom is set. And the pitch coming. Another chopper right to second. 2 pitches, 2 outs. They'll bring up Bryce Harper, who right now has to be hitting himself after striking out with the bases loaded to end the inning the last time. His last time up. And you see Callaway, let's see what he's calling. He's telling everybody to move back. This dude has lots of power. We saw it in Atlanta yesterday afternoon. We've seen it throughout his career, so they're doing the right thing. First pitch is inside, 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty, 4-2 Expos lead here in the home opener. DeGrom is all set to go. The 1-0 delivery. Hit hard to left field over the head of Frazier for a base hit. So the inning continues with a 2-out single by Bryce Harper. He's on. And now bring up Willie Stargell. Good piece of hitting by Harper, slapping it the other way. Well, Willie Stargell will come in now. He's 1 for 1 today with a single and an RBI on the sacrifice fly. Has scored Murphy back in the 1st inning. Man's at first, 2 outs, 4-2 Expos lead. DeGrom all set to go. And the pitch coming, a high fastball, and he fouls it back, strike 1. Two outs, 1 on. It'll be an 0-1 to Stargell. DeGrom is set, and the pitch. Oh, my goodness. What was he swinging at? That was a curveball that curved near his face, and he swung on it badly and missed it badly. 0-2 is the count with George Brett on deck. The pitch. Stargell hits it to left field. That's going to be extra bases. Let's see what they'll do with Harper as it hits off the wall. Harper getting the call. He's going to stay at third.
He's safe.
Second and third occupied, 2 outs on Stargell's double.
Now batting, third baseman, George.
And now the batter will be George Brett. That is good piece hitting by Stargell there, and Brett, who with a 2-run homer back in the first, now has an RBI chance again. He chops it foul, strike 1. Brett today 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer into the lower deck in right field. Second and third, 2 outs. It'll be an 0-1 to Brett. DeGrom is set. And the pitch coming. A high fly ball deep down the left field line. Conforto is right there. Side retired. Once again, the Expos cannot cash in from scoring position. At the end of 4, it's the Expos 4 and the Mets 2. Agon, the former Dodger, the former Sox, is now at the plate. He's now a Met.
Adrian Gonzalez.
Playing first base here this afternoon for the New York Mets. Takes the strike, 0-1. We're in the top of the 5th. A good contest between these two NL East Division rivals, as Gonzalez now finds himself in an 0-2 situation. The 0-2 by Sutton. Popped him up. Foul ground. Carter there. Makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, Travis.
I'll bring up Travis Darno. Darno grounded out his last time up. That was back in the 3rd inning. 4-2 Expos lead. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Bases are empty. Sutton so far so good at the moment. There's a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
It'll be an 0-1. And the pitch coming. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Again the stretch. And the 0-2. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Darno strikes out. Another K for Donnie. And there are 2 out.
Now batting, catcher, Jacob.
And there is Jacob DeGrom, 0 for 1 here this afternoon. Struck out earlier today back in the 3rd. The 2-out delivery. On the ground to first. Starger will take it himself. Side retired. No hits, no runs. We're halfway through here at Nationals Park for the Expos. Home opener is the Expos 4 and the Mets 2. We're now going to pause for station identification.
Some banks give you hundreds of locations where you can get cash. Citibank gives you hundreds of locations where you can get banking. Not just cash, real banking. Make deposits and loan payments, transfer money between accounts, even pay Citibank Visa and MasterCard bills. 55 different transactions at hundreds of locations, 24 hours a day. Where you live, where you work, or both. Citibank, when, where, and how to succeed.
Hello, this is Universal City Studios, where we're filming Dragnet. I'd like to take just a minute to talk to those of you who will soon be 65 about signing up for your Medicare benefits under Social Security. Now, it's very important that you go into your Social Security office 2 or 3 months before your 65th birthday, regardless of whether you plan to retire or whether you want to continue working for a while. If you wait until you're already 65 to apply for Medicare, you will have lost some of the protection provided by this health insurance. The time to sign up is before you're 65, not after. Now, if you have a question about Medicare or about any of the other Social Security benefits, write, phone, or visit the Social Security office in your community. The people there will be glad to help you.
Back here in Nationals Park here in Metropolis, New York, the Metropolis Expos taking on the New York Mets in the first game of the 3-game series, and they lead it 4-2. Yours truly, John Rios. Glad you could join us here on W.O.N Sports for this gamecast. Here's a line drive and is off the glove of Frazier. That's going to be a base hit. An error, so strike the base hit. I don't know what Frazier was doing. He hit off of him and he just stood there and watched the ball roll. That's just a brain cramp by Frazier. So Guerrero's on the error, and now here's Andre Dawson. And it's Carr getting back on his feet again. And at first, nobody out. The infield is in, the outfield's normal. The pitch. Right off of the ground up the middle. That's going to possibly be a double play, and it is! Holy cow, what a play! But now concern for the ground for the second time today. Unbelievable. This is definitely going to be making plays of the month. Oh, mercy. So here's Gary Carter. So what was going to be a big inning turned out to be anything but, thanks to a deflection off of DeGrom's body. Gary Carter swings and misses, strike one. And how many line drive hits can a pitcher take? We have seen this throughout the early part of the season. And man, it just looks like it hurts for DeGrom. That's twice today. The 0-1. 0-2 now on the kid. Don Sutton is looking on deck if this inning continues. Right now, Carter's behind in the count, 0-2. The pitch. Struck him out swinging. Boy, DeGrom really got into it in this inning and was in the middle of the action. At the end of 5, it's the Expos 4 and the Mets 2. Started the 6th inning, and Jose Reyes will lead off here. It's a 4-2 ball game. By the way, the Expos bullpen is in action. The setup man and the closer just in case. There's a foul ball caught by Stargell down the first base side. And there's your first pitch, and there's your first out of the inning. As Drupal Cabral will now be the batter. He homered his last time up, made it a 3-2 ball game. It's now 4-2, but it has remained that way for the longest time. There's a strike, 0-1. Expos come into today's game 6-0, while the Mets come in 2-4. The pitch. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Sutton at 56 pitches. It'll be pitch number 57 on its way. The 0-2. Fly ball in the left. Can of corn for Guerrero. He's under this one. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 30.
Pardon me while the phone rings. Hello? Telemarketers? I don't know. Sorry, folks, if you're watching the live stream, those are telemarketers they're called. Here's Michael Conforto. Two outs, nobody on. 4-2, Expos lead. There's a fly ball deep to left. That could be problems. Way back is Guerrero looking up. It's gone. Michael Conforto has just made it again a one-run deficit. It's now 4-3 Expos. And that is the second home run hit by the Mets here today. Well, one thing about the 2018 New York Mets, they're not to be messed around with. There's no doubt about it. They may be 2-4, but they have a potent lineup and a good pitching staff. And all is quiet here in Nationals Park. Here's Cespedes. He's the potential tying run, and he just missed it. Deep to left, but it'll stay in the yard for Guerrero. Side retire. But the Mets score another run, a big one, and have cut the lead now to 1. In the middle of the 6th is the Expos 4, and the Mets 3 in the second. Lined out back in the 30s. 0 for 3, 0 for 2 today. Could be 0 for 3 now. Got Robles warming in the bullpen for the Mets, by the way, so this could be DeGrom's final inning of work. We shall see.
0-1's the count.
Anthony Swarzak and Hansel Robles in the Met bullpen, as you see. 0-1 on Sutton. We're in the bottom of the 6th. It's a one-run deficit for the Mets. Sutton now behind 0-2. Ozzie Smith, the struggling Ozzie Smith, is on deck. 0-2 on the way. Sutton takes it down low, 1-2. 1-2 delivery. Into center field, and Sutton's got himself a leadoff hit. He gets a good cheer by the Expos crowd. How about that?
The batter, number 1.
So a leadoff hit. Don
Ozzie
Sutton's
Smith.
on to begin this inning, and Ozzie Smith will now come to bat. Well, those are the breaks, folks. And that's going to do it. DeGrom is coming out the ball game. He has kept his team in the game. He's leaving with a possible loss or no decision. We'll step aside. It's called the bullpen, brought to you by Citibank.
Your attention, please.
Back in Nationals
pitching
Park
for the
in
Mets,
Metropolis as
number
Hansel Robles
47,
will come in.
Hansel.
He's pitched in 2 games so far this year. He's been solid. His ERA at 0.00. That's the type of stat you like to see, especially if you're a manager or a pitching coach. He has a tough customer, the struggling Ozzie Smith at the plate. With a man at first and nobody out. That's going to be a double play. And Ozzie struggles continue. He beats out the double play, but they get the out at second. That'll be marked down as a fielder's
For the
choice.
Nationals. Second baseman, Daniel
I'll bring up
Murphy.
Daniel Murphy. Murphy a 2 for 3 afternoon, has 2 singles here today. Man's at first, 1 out. The infield is in, the outfield is normal. Robles set at the belt. Keep an eye on the first base runner who has speed. A little chopper, because it's going to be tough. Robles gets the second for 1 on the first. Double play, nicely turned. Side retired. At the end of 6, it's still the Expos 4 and the Mets 3. Well, your line score, 4-13-0 for the Expos, 3-4-1 for the Mets. It is a tight contest here this afternoon in the 2018 Expos home opener from beautiful Nationals Park in Metropolis, New York, as Jay Bruce, now the batter. He's 0 for 2 here today. He's the potential tying run, and boy, does he have tremendous power batting on the left side. He's had a tough day, as we told you, 0 for 2. Don Sutton still in the ball game. This could most likely be his final inning of the day. There is action in the Expos bullpen, as we've told you. The 0-1 underway. That's problems, but is right to the second baseman. The shift was on, making Ozzie, who is a short, who picks up the ball and throws out his man for out number 1. So the shift was on. Ozzie completely fooled me, but the shift was on. He was playing in center, and he gets his man. Here's Todd Frazier. Tough day for him today. Former White Sox, as you know, part of the New York White Sox club. Part of the championship year about 2 years ago. It's another strike down the pipe, 0-2. Sutton set. The 0-2. Another foul ball. Well, when it's all said and done, this game is most likely going to go to the bullpen. And the Mets have already hit the bullpen for the first time today. Strike 3 call. Another K for Sutton. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting number 23, first baseman.
And now bring up Agon. He's the potential tying run for the Mets. 2 outs, nobody on. 4-3, Expos lead here in the 7th inning, the top of the 7th. Agon popped out back in the 5th inning. That was his last time up. The 2-out delivery. Fly ball, but foul, and he knows he would like to get that one back. The 0-1 on the way. On the ground to Murphy. At second base. They get their man. Side retired. Time to stretch here in Nationals Park. It remains the Expos 4 and the New York Mets 3. Well, here's Bryce Harper, who has a single and a double. He's 2 for 3 here this afternoon.
Right.
And when it comes to opening day, The home run ball always seems to be in his resume. Not this time. Ground ball to second. Cabrera to Agon. One pitch, one down.
First baseman, number 8, Willie Stargell.
Willie Stargell now the batter. 2 for 2 with a double and a single and an RBI. 4-3, Expos lead. Expos looking for that elusive insurance run or some breathing room. 1-run lead will not leave you enough breathing room in this game. There's a ground ball right to Cabrera again. 2 pitches, quickly, 2 outs. So the Mets pitching really being stymied and stingy here. George Brett now the batter. He had the big blow in this game, a 2-run homer earlier today. And we'll show it to you right now. Well, we'll not show it to you right now, as Brett is all set to bat here. On the ground, base hit in the right. That was a smash by George.
Now batting.
Take a look at this on replay. That is good piece hitting by Brett.
Guerrero.
And here's Vladimir Guerrero. Vladimir, tough day at the plate here today. Hopes to change that with 1 swing. 2 outs, 1 man is on. He takes a high fastball and hits it high to center. Cespedes is there, and this inning is over. 1 hit, a man is stranded. We have played 7. At Nationals Park, it's the Expos 4 and the Mets 3. We're now going to pause for station identification.
This Trevera label stands for quality. The Carpeteria label stands for low price and dependability. So when you see both labels together, you can be sure that you're getting a fine carpet at an affordable price. Carpeteria offers a choice of 15 different quantities of Trevera polyester carpeting in over 250 decorated colors. So come in and see for yourself. There are 25 Carpeteria stores, and there's one near you, I'm sure.
I'm Phil Rizzuto for the Money Store, where we can help make your dreams come true. Can you imagine what you could do with $5,000, $10,000, $50,000? You could pay off all your debts, invest in business, or use the money for anything you desire. Imagine anything you desire. Want more information? Call the Money Store toll-free. In New Jersey, dial 800-672-1001. In Connecticut, dial 1-800-842-1105.
In the 8th inning. The other news is that Don Sutton is still in the game. And the next news is that Travis d'Arnaud is the potential tying run for the New York Mets. And he's at the plate right now. This is a gutsy move by the Expos manager, pitching coach, and Sutton himself. This will be pitch number 69 on the way. And it's a strike. 0-2. The pitch. Fouled away, we'll do it again. Be interested to see what happens after this inning. As d'Arnaud takes strike 3. Another K for Sutton this afternoon. That's his 10th. What an afternoon for Sutton in a tight ball game like this. You have to come up with some big pitches, and that's exactly what's happening. DeGrom, he's pitched pretty well too, but to no avail. He's right now on the losing side. Juan Lagares will come in to hit for the pitcher. He's a little guy with some pop. He's a potential tying run for the Mets. The 1-out delivery, fouled away, and he would like to get that one back. These two will go at it again 2 more times. Tomorrow afternoon at 1, actually Friday afternoon, no, Saturday afternoon. I've already lost count. I lost count on how many games they're playing. Lagares takes strike 2. Our next W.O.N. Expos gamecast will be April 12th and April 13th. Those games will be against the Colorado Rockies, both 7 p.m. starts. Those games will be seen on our sister channel, W.O.N. The Plus 5.2. Lagares to right field. And Hopper puts it away for the second out of the inning. So once again, mark it down. April 12th and 13th at 7 p.m. It's the Metropolis Expos taking on the Colorado Rockies. Those games will be seen on the Plus 5.2 W.O.N. Of course, the live stream of those games here on Channel 9. So be on the lookout for those games. Here's Jose Reyes, 1 for 3 here today. And the pitch coming. Here's a strike.
Yes, I know, Michael. You know better than that.
I'm on the air, Mom. See you later. Sutton ahead 0-1. Could be his final inning of the afternoon. As Reyes skies one in the left center. Can't accord for Dawson. Under this one, he puts it away. Side retired. Don Sutton has gone 8 complete innings with a bunch of strikeouts. Good performance for him. Still a nail-biting game. 4-3 Expos lead.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mets.
Well, Anthony Swarzak will come in to pitch for the New York Mets.
Leading off for the Nationals, center fielder, Andre Dawson.
Andre Dawson will be the batter. Swing and a miss, strike one. Don Sutton's day is over, and the closer will come in to pitch in the 9th inning. Meanwhile, Jerry Blevins, the left-hander, is warming in the Met bullpen as we speak. Anthony Swarzak ahead of Andre, 0-1. The pitch is lined deep down the right field line, but foul. Strike two. Bottom of the 8th, a nail-biting game. 4-3 Expos lead. The pitch. He struck him out. One down. Today at 3, the White Sox are in action. Catch all the action as the New York White Sox open up their 2018 home schedule against the Detroit Tigers. It's a Baseball Night in America must-see broadcast. The Sox versus the Tigers coming up next right here on W.O.N. Channel 9. Gary Carter in an 0-1 situation. Expos trying to get that elusive big run to try to extend their lead. Into right field, but it'll be a down for a hit. Right fielder Bruce, I thought he was going to come catch that ball. Wasn't able to. It was hit so hard and died so fast out there. So Carter's on.
John Sutton.
And we're going to have a new pitch hitter. Ryan Zimmerman will come in to pitch for Don Sutton, whose day is over. Ryan Zimmerman, of course, yesterday against Atlanta, hit a bomb to left field. Man's that first one down. The pitch on the way. Fly ball popped up, foul ground. Will it make the seats? It won't. Caught by Adrian, 2 outs. That's a bad at-bat by Zimmerman, and he knows it. So now it's up to Ozzie Smith, who's 0 for 4. Grounded out back in the 6th inning. Expos 4, Mets 3 in Game 1 of this 3-game series. It's the home opener for the Expos. The pitch by Swarzak. Up the middle, and I'll find a hole in the center. And now the meat of this order is coming up. Just what the doctor ordered for Metropolis. And even though Smith has struggled, he does extend his hitting streak to 7 straight games. So now here's Daniel Murphy. 4-3 Expos, looking for more. The pitch. In the left center, they're going to get more. One run will come around to score. Will they send in another run? They won't. Second and third, no, and 2 outs. It's 5-3 Expos extend their lead. Daniel Murphy with a big hit, an RBI double. That is a big hit for Metropolis. They have not had that in quite a while until just now. And now here's Bryce Harper. 2 for 4 today with a single and a double and a run. As the Expos now have a 2-run lead and are trying to put the Mets out of reach. It is the perfect candidate to try to do that. Second and third occupied, 2 out. 5-3 Metropolis. Swarzak is set. And the pitch coming. There's a high drive. Deep in the right field. Bruce going back to the track, to the wall. It is gone. So long, farewell. Here's the big hit we've all been waiting for. 3-run homer for Bryce Harper. And that may have just sealed the deal on the Mets' chances. It's the Expos 8 and the Mets 3. And fans, you're living the highlights. When you got the time to celebrate something special, find the best tasting beer you can find. Miller High Life, the official sponsor of Expos Baseball. Well, that ball was absolutely skied to right. Bruce tried to get to it, but to no avail. A 3-run homer for Bryce Harper, his 4th of the year, his 3rd in 2 games.
Willie Stargell.
And it's a 5-run lead. Stargell cranes one down the left field line. Conforto looking up, but it's foul. Strike 1. Stargell, pretty good day today, 2 for 3. Expos has hit 2 home runs. A 2-run homer by Brennan and a 3-run homer by Harper. Into left field, that's well hit. Conforto going back to the wall. It's gone. So long, farewell. Back to back go the Expos. It's now 9-3 Expos lead. And once again, fans, you have the time to celebrate something special and find the best tasting beer you can find with Miller High Life. Willie Stargell with a home run to left field. Back to back goes Metropolis. This ball was tapped to the left and carried all the way to left field. So now here's George Brett, who homered earlier today.
Baseman number 5, George Brett.
The pitch. Takes a strike, 0-1. 9-3 Expos lead. What was a 4-3 ball game has now turned into a slugfest on the Expos side here in the bottom of the 8th. You're giving some cushion to the bullpen. That's down low, 1-1, and now Swarzak just cannot find that elusive third out. Can't find the strike zone, first of all. And that's what he needs to do if he wants to try to get out of this inning. Right now, the Expos offense not making it easy. 9-3 they lead. And now Swarzak falling behind, 2-1. Two and one on Brett. The pitch by Swarzak. Line to right, base hit. Well, Anthony Swarzak just cannot find the third out of the inning. Jerry Blevins, the left-hander, is in the bullpen. Let's see if they'll bring him in. They're not yet, and they're facing a tough customer, this gentleman, Vladimir Guerrero. Man's at first, 2 outs, 9-3. A ton of runs have scored, thanks to the home run ball and a couple of base hits here and there. That's way outside, and Swarzak really in trouble. You're not going to win ball games if you do not have control or can find the strike zone. And Swarzak is having trouble with both on the account. Man's at first, 1-0 is the count, 2 outs. The pitch on the way, a high drive in a deep right center. Sesman is going back, away back, it is caught. Side retired. But the Expos tee off on a couple of runs thanks to the home run ball. Last chance for the Nets. End of 8. 9-3 Expos. Trevor Gott, the closer, will come in to pitch. Boy, you see his numbers in his last year. Only pitched in 4 games. Didn't collect any saves. He's getting the call to be the saver here in 2018. Asdrubal Cabral, 1 for 3 with a home run earlier today, will lead off here in the ninth. The Mets hope to have a miracle night. We shall see. First pitch of the ninth is a foul ball, strike one. The White Sox and Tigers, Baseball Night of America, coming up next on Channel 9. Foul away again, 0-2. Next Expos Gamecast, April 12th and 13th at 7 against the Colorado Rockies, right back here at Nationals Park. That'll be seen on W.O.N. The Plus 5.2. If you're watching on YouTube, it's Gotta Love Plus. That's the name of the channel. Home of the Plus 5.2 W.O.N. The 0-2, a fly ball in the left field. Who's going to get to it? Who's going to get to it? Oh, nobody! It bounces in front of everybody. And the cutoff is right there. The throw to third is in time. They got him. Cabrera got way too greedy, and he's out by a mile and third. Boy, the Expos really got away with that one, folks. So now here's Conforto. To Murphy at second. He throws it away into the dugout. Wow.
Now batting, center fielder, Johannes.
Welcome to Looney Tune Land. That's just a god-awful play by Dan. Well, we told you he's very goofy in the outfield, well, in the defense, period. As Jonas Cespedes fouls it back. So there's one out. An error on Murphy. That's the first error for the Expos here today. Both teams have an error each. Trevor Gott trying to close it out here. Live ball down the left field line. Foul, 0-2 on Cespedes. It was a close game today. It's turned out to be anything but. Up the middle, base hit. Let's see if they'll score that run. Here comes the throw by Dawson at home. They got him! Another tremendous outfield assist by the Expos. 2 outs, and the Mets are down to their final out.
Jay Bruce.
You can't make this up, folks. And now here's Jay Bruce with a man at first and 2 outs. Ground ball, this will do it. They'll get the force at second. The Expos win it. This one's in the books. 9-3 is the final. Don Sutton improves his record to 2-0. It was a close game until the bottom of the 8th, and the Expos teed off on the Met bullpen. Well, Guerrero, Harper, and Dawson, 3 legendary Expo players, celebrating in the outfield, getting set for the victory handshake as the Expos improve their record to 7-0. Stay tuned for the Sox and the Tigers, our Baseball Night America's Spotlight Game of the Week. And our next Expos broadcast is April 12th and 13th on the Plus. Until then, so long from Nationals Park. Final score, Expos win it 9-3. So long, everybody.